to my channel. Welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome back to the 6th day of Bookmas. No, the 3rd day of Bookmas. I feel like I've been saying this is this is the 3rd video I'm filming for Bookmas, and each video I started saying this is the 16th day. So no, it's not the 16th day, but it's the 6th of December for you watching this. If you're watching it on a day it came out, so I'm going to say happy 6th day of Bookmas, but it's actually happy 3rd day of Bookmas because I'm doing 12 days of Bookmas. I'm currently filming this, and it's in October. So I'm still getting my gripping, so if you see different things at later on in the month of what I say, please ignore the fact that I'm like filming this way in advance and all in different dates and different times. It's confusing, but it's okay. It's okay because I have a plan. I'm actually filming this one slightly earlier than originally planned, so be proud of me. Kind of, but partly because I just DNF'd the book, but we're not going to talk about that. Anyway, before we get into this video, my name is Amelia and I upload booktube content, and if you do enjoy that kind of content then please, I keep doing this and I don't know why, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel for all the other videos that are going to come up this month, because we've got a video every other day, which is exciting. And please follow my social medias that are linked in the description, and let's just get on with the video because I'm excited but nervous. Well, I'm not even nervous for this one, I'm just excited for this one. So, for this video, I have decided to do something I've done I think twice this year so far. Where's my phone? I can find that out for you. Maybe once or twice this year. I definitely do it at least once a year, if not twice. I do like to do them, and they're quite fun and more interactive, and it's always a good way to get through my TBR. Yeah, I've done it twice already this year. Did I? And I only read 2 books for the second one. First one was 4 books and the second one was 2 books. This one I am doing, my Instagram followers let me choose. I let my Instagram followers choose my next read, and we have chosen 4 books. And they are all romance books because that is what I'm in the mood for at the moment. I am not in my fantasy mood. Right this very moment. And you might see that in my when I read 150 pages per day, which is coming up in this Bookmas series, because I will be reading one of them for the last day of that challenge. But without further ado, let's just go on what the options were. So the first options I had was between Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune and it's gone. Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune, which is the same author as Every Summer After. I don't really know that. I've got literally right. And then More Than Words by Amelia Sheridan, who is the same author as Archer's Voice and Most of All You. If you didn't know, Archer's Voice is one of my all-time favourite reads. Most of All You, not really. It didn't leave a lasting impression on me at all. I enjoyed it, but it was okay. I didn't love it. But we're gonna drum roll. The winner by 12% is More Than Words by Amelia Sheridan. Meet Me at the Lake had 44% and More Than Words had 56%. So we are reading More Than Words by Amelia Sheridan. I'm not sure what this one's about. It is about a guy called Callan Hayes, and 18-year-old Jessica Creswell met him. So from the moment she met Callan Hayes, 11-year-old Jessica Creswell knew he was a broken prince, her prince. And apparently it's a heartbreaking, uplifting romance about the rare and overwhelming power of love. I'm quite excited for this. I'm kind of nervous because, like I said, Archer's Voice is one of my all-time favourite books. So reading a book that is not Archer's Voice by Amelia Sheridan is, so I think that's what was wrong with Most of All You. I put that her such on a high pedestal from Archer's Voice that when I read Most of All You, I was like very let down because it wasn't what I expected. So I'm going on into this one with no expectations. I'm excited. The next one we have that I put on my Instagram is The Situationship by Taylor Dior Rumble, which is about 2 people who maybe start dating and then they have to have that conversation. And then you've got, and then I put also Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan. And I put these 2 up against each other. They're not quite popular. Like, I've not seen them anywhere on BookTok or BookTube yet. I just thought I'd put them up there because it's nice to read something that's not as popular, and I feel like I need to do that more. And so I put these ones on there because I was like, okay, I will have to read one of them. And the one that won was Nora Goes, by 78%, by the way, was Nora Goes Off Script. So 78% of people voted for this one, and 22% of people voted for the situationship. So we can, it is drastically won. So this is about a girl, Nora, and her husband walks out on her, and she has to write a script, but she puts heartbreak to one side and turns the collapse of her marriage into the best script of her life. And it gets picked up on the big screen and goes for a film, and then she meets Hollywood actor Leo, who is set to play her ex-husband, and then sparks fly between them, and it might have to rewrite the story. But it's a short book. It's a short book, like 200 pages, 250 something pages, like such a short book. So this is going to be a quick and easy read for me, and I'm very excited because it just means I have not read a short book like this in a long time. And you know, you just need a short book after reading long books. Yes, what I need. So I'm excited. And also, I love anything about actors, so, and screenwriters, so it's going to be even more fun to read. So yes. The next one, I put 2 Sarah Adams books together because I have 2 books of hers to read, and one of them is the second book to a series I started. I've already read one of them, and the other one was just not. So I put The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams up, which is, I think, it's a sports romance as far as I'm aware. And then I put Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, which is, I don't know, how do I describe it? I know it's the second book to When in Rome, and it's like a bodyguard relationship. Like, the guy is the bodyguard to Amelia in When in Rome, and the girl is Annie, who is Noah's sister. But basically, again, we have a miraculously vote that Practice Makes Perfect won by 78%, and Cheat Sheet got 22%. And so we are reading Practice Makes Perfect. First of all, this cover, I love it. I'm hoping this is as good as When in Rome, because I really enjoyed When in Rome, so I'm really hoping I enjoy this one just as much. And then, finally, I put... Oh, I'm throwing everything everywhere. I'm really hungry. Finally, I put The Mistake by Elle Kennedy, which is the second book in the Off-Campus series. And then I put Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood on there because I do really want to read it. Didn't love Love on the Brain. I didn't mind Love Hypothesis. Just really wanted to read that one. But with a very, very close proximity again, The Mistake by Elle Kennedy won by 56%. And so we are reading The Mistake by Elle Kennedy for this video, for this as well. And this is about John Logan and Grace. So yeah, I'm very excited. The Deal, the first book in the series, was a 5-star read for me. I absolutely loved that book, and so I'm excited to continue the series. Now we need to decide what book I'm going to read first. I am toying it up. More Than Words is not going to be the first one. I need something that's not going to, it's going to make me gravitate. So it's between, I think, see, part of me wants to read this one first because it's such a short book, so it's going to be quick and easy. But then part of me wants to read The Mistake and Practice Makes Perfect first, so I'm going to read the first few lines and then see. I do this all the time when I try to figure it out, which went really well for the TBR challenge completely. Okay. The decision has been made quite quickly, actually, just by reading the first line of each of them, and it is The Mistake I'm going to read first. I feel like Elle Kennedy's writing in The Deal was very quick and easy for me to read. I fell in love with it, and I've just been really excited to read another one of her books. And this is actually on my I'm pretty sure it was on my TBR for October, so I'm very happy to be picking this one up. Because out of all the ones I picked up, this is the only one that was on my TBR, on my wish list. I never do TBRs that say hopefuls because I never stick to it. So, because I'm mainly a mood reader, and I did put each book went up ones that I was in the mood to read, so I'd actually want to read either one. Not that I'm like leaning towards one, because I would rather know which I want to get, I'm going to want to read, rather than go, oh, I don't really want that one, but I'm going to put it up anyway. So, yeah, The Mistake by Elle Kennedy is the first one I'm going to read. I'm actually going to tab this book, so I'm going to sort the tabs out, bookmark, whilst I try and get ready to do photos for my Amdram group tonight, and I'll start reading this very soon, if not tonight, tomorrow, when I'm at work, but yeah. Okay, I feel like I haven't actually updated this vlog at all since I told you what books I'm going to be reading for this video. However, I am so glad I picked up The Mistake for the first one of this challenge because I'm almost halfway done with this book. I'm on chapter 18 and I'm literally obsessed with it. Like, I love it. Like, I'm really loving John and Grace's, or should we say Logan, as he's called by his last name, his, their story, because I just absolutely love it. It's just, like, everything about it. I love Grace and I love her. Like, I feel bad for her because her friend sounds like an utter bitch. I never liked Romana from the beginning, and I was really worried for a second one of the books was going to be based on her, and one of the boys, and I was like, please, I don't want to hear about Romana throughout the whole book. I don't think it is. There's 2 more to read. I can't remember which comes next, and it's The Score then The Goal. I want to say it's the third. I think The Score is the third one, but I'm hoping none of them are about Romana, because otherwise I will be a bit annoyed. Maybe she'll get better in this book, but I just don't like her. I don't know if she'll be brought up again because where I've got 2 things not going very well. And when there was a thing with Logan and Grace, it was very cute. But right now they're not an it. They're not a pair. They're not a couple. Grace isn't even responding to him. So yeah, but I really enjoyed this book. So I'm really excited to continue this book. But I'm very excited now to continue the series and then to get to Briar U. I really love it. Like, it's just such an easy read as well. Like, I love it so much. So yes. But anyway, that's my update. I will keep you updated, hopefully, fingers crossed, throughout the reading. Update for you all, because I didn't really vlog much of the first book because I don't really know why. I was just reading a lot of it, and then when I was going to update it, my batteries ran out yesterday and I couldn't be bothered to charge them, or change them to one of the ones I have up there, so I didn't update the vlog at all yesterday. But I finished The Mistake by Elle Kennedy last night and I absolutely loved this book. Like, I don't know what it is about this series, but right now the first 2 books of this series have been a 5-star read for me. I gave Deal 5 stars, loved it, and I've given The Mistake 5 stars. I absolutely loved the story of Grace and Logan. I felt my heart for Logan because it just seems so hard for him at times, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So yeah, I absolutely love this book. 5 stars. The Grace and Logan story is a story I absolutely love, and I can't wait to continue the series because I love them, and I can't wait to get to the legacy where I can see snippets of them more about their story. I'm so excited. But yes, and then I picked up for the second book. Where has it gone? Yeah, I picked up Nora Goes Off Script for the second book before I moved into the other 2 because it's the shortest one out of them all. I thought it would just be easier. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm having to listen to it on audiobook because I tried reading it today at work and I just couldn't. And like, now that I've got a bit into it, maybe I can, but right now I'm not loving it. I'm 13% of the way through and I'm not loving it. And I know that's not that much into it, so I'm still giving it a chance. I just didn't feel the grit or the graft of wanting to read it for the first 2 chapters, but it's not that bad, and this is an audiobook, it's not bad. I love that Spotify Premium now does audiobooks, because it just means I can listen to them and not have to pay for Audible, and I can still listen to the books, so it's good. But yeah, this is about a woman called Nora who's gone through a divorce and wrote a TV. She's a screenwriter. She wrote a script on her relationship, and this guy Leo went in, an actor was playing Ben, and they start filming the show, but literally it's very, very, very early on. It did start straight away with Hollywood turning up at her door and ready to film the scenes, and I was like, I don't know how it got there, what the hell happened, but we'll see how I go. It's a short book, shouldn't take me too long to read. I'm going to do an audio book as much as possible, probably when I'm trying to like edit when I'm on my computer. When I'm on my computer, when I'm not, I'm just doing other stuff, then yeah, I'll do it there. I'm going to ignore that I look like trash right now, because look at me. My hair is in desperate need of washing, like, and what I do, it just doesn't, it's really horrible, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan of my hair right now, but luckily I'm going to the hairdressers on Saturday, and I think I'm going to end up walking at least there, which means I will listen to my book on the audiobook. But currently on chapter 6. Let's find out what percentage that is. 69. 69. Come on. Oh, I'm in a bit of a rush phone. Like, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm 25% of the way through. Nora goes off script. I've got 75% left, and yes, maybe I've spoiled some of it because I've just briefly looked through a little bit just to see if it's going to pick up, because right now I am not loving it. I'm not that interested, but it's such a short book, and I feel like I would hate myself for DNFing this book because it's such a short book, and I just feel like so I looked through like little pages and got some snippets that made it look more interesting, which has made me more excited. I just don't see the romance, don't feel the connection, there's no chemistry there at the moment, there's nothing. I'm not feeling the chemistry anyway, so I'm not sure. But I'm on chapter 6. I haven't got time to read now because I've got 15 minutes before I'm going to tap classes, but maybe later on. I will I don't know. Maybe later on when I get home, depending on what time I get home, I'll pick this up and continue reading a bit more. But yeah, I'm just not sure how I feel. This is probably going to be a very low rating. I don't think it's going to be high. I am almost 50% of the way through Nora Goes Off Script. I'm still going to read a little bit more before I go to bed. I won't be finishing it tonight. Probably tomorrow night I think I could potentially finish this. Because I'll probably, if I feel like this is too late, I'll just do it on the way to work. I'm not going to say I'm hating it now. I'm not as bored as I was with it, but there's certain things I'm just skimming over because I really just don't care. Like, I'm not loving it. Like, this is currently borderlining at a 2.5 star for me. This is a book that I've heard no one speak about, like, ever. Okay, hello! We have finished the second book of this video, which is Nora Goes Off Script. And I will be honest, I didn't love it. Like, it was cute and all, but it was just, everything was a bit rushed over. The things that I felt like were important to discover, like their relationship, was just very glossed over and rushed. And then you spent ages dealing with her being heartbroken over him, and then them getting back together was very rushed over and glossed, and yeah. And I was just like, this is not, I don't mind seeing a lot of heartbreak, and I'm just spending a lot of time watching them be upset, and then finding a way of finding out how they got back together was really cute. How and like the kids in it were really cute, so I've got really bad eczema and I keep scratching when I'm on video filming. It's a great time. Finding that out was cute, but I just feel like there was a long process of her being heartbroken in a very, very short period of time of them being together, that I just couldn't see the chemistry there at all with them, because that was all glossed over. And I feel like when I'm reading a romance book, I want to see the chemistry. I need to feel the chemistry. If I'm going to root for the characters, to really want them to be together, I have to have that chemistry, and I just didn't get it at all. And I know it's like a 200 page book, but like, if you're going to have such a short book for something, then you've got to make the chemistry stand out from the get-go, and I just didn't feel it. it just wasn't for me. I'm happy I've read it, but I will not be reading it again. I will probably be donating this one in the new year once I've done my yearly wrap up, as I always do. So yeah, I gave this a 2.5 stars. We're gonna go with More Than Words first. I feel like this is gonna be the one I want to read next. I'm feeling like I'm in a Sheridan book. Again, I've read two Mia Sheridan books. I've read Archer's Voice and Most of All You, and I absolutely adored Archer's Voice. I gave it a 5-star rating. I love it. It's like one of my all-time favourite books. Like, it's up there with Fourth Wing and Days of the Six. Literally one of my favourite books I've ever read. I will read it again and again. I can't wait to read it again when I get the special edition that I've pre-ordered from Waterstones. I'm so excited. Most of All You was a bit of a letdown. I think I gave it a 3 or 3.5 stars. It was my second to last read of 2022. I think it let me down because I had so much high hopes because of Archer's Voice. That when I read that one, I just didn't get the same feeling, and I was like, So I'm cautious about this one. I'm not going to go in with high expectations just because I know how I felt with Most of All You, and I don't want to be let down, because the writing of Most of All You was actually pretty good. It just wasn't my kind of book. Hello. Okay. First of all, hi. It's been a while since I updated you, but I am now 20% of the way through More Than Words by Mia Sheridan, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not hating it. Has it got wet, or is it just me? I'm not hating it, I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it. So that's always a good sign. I think it's just because, like, the two characters in it, they're not really together at the moment. There's a lot of them, like, they haven't met, like, both. She hasn't. Oh, it's weird. And I'm just not sure how I feel. But currently we've got that Jessica and Callan met when they were kids, and they used to hang out. And Callan was just his first kiss, and then he disappeared. Not a spoiler. Kind of says on the back. And now Callan is a famous musician, and he's sleeping around. And Jess work. I guess I can say Jess works in Paris. They meet in Paris again. This is really at the early stages of the books, but he doesn't know it's her. So now we're waiting until they eventually kind of get to that point of unraveling and meeting and finding out. But until that, I'm not sure how I feel. Okay, I don't remember the last time I updated you about reading a book for this video. It's been a while, but I'm now around 55% of the way through my More Than Words, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I am not loving it. Like, I wish I was enjoying this book, but I just really am not. It's really boring. There's a lot of talk about her work, and like, I like Callan and Jess together, but at the same point I just don't care. Okay. We have finished More Than Words. I keep saying Most of All You, which is the other book I read. Now, I actually think I need to go back and look at what I rated Most of All You, because this was better than Most of All You for sure. Slightly boring at times, but definitely better. However, this book, it follows Callan and Jess, and they are... what was it? They meet as children, and then he disappears. He then disappears from Jess's life after they kiss, and then as they get older, she's in Paris for work, and she's a translator, and he ends up being in Paris for like a work trip, and then they kiss, and then he goes back to LA, and then he goes, I need a holiday, goes back to Paris, and then finds out the person he kissed was actually Jess, and they kind of rekindle things. And it's a whirlwind of a journey. And if you took out the bits she was doing for work out of this, which made me really bored, this would have been a really cute love story. I won't lie. It's nothing like Archer's voice, and it's not as good as Archer's voice. But the love story in this is so good. Like, I can understand and I can feel it, and I don't feel that connected to them because I got bored so much in the book. However, I do feel understanding of the relationship and like understanding why Callum was reserved and where Callum was and how he acted. The ending was a bit rushed. Like, as soon as he realised, okay, he sorted his life out, they kind of rushed through it. It was kind of like, I would rather you actually develop that a bit more. You see him. It was like something happened, and then he got all upset about it all when he went to his childhood room, and then he saw a dog, and then suddenly his whole life came to that. And I'm like, that's not how it works. So there was things that were missing, but it was good. I actually gave Most of All You 3.5, and I remember not loving that book. This rating is going to be a 3-star. I can't say it's in the 2-star range because I did enjoy it at times. For this one, we are now moving on to the next book. Let me just get it. One second. We are now moving on to Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. This is the second book to the When in Rome book series. I absolutely love When in Rome. I need to look at it if I tabbed When in Rome, because if I didn't tab that one, I'm not going to tab this one. I might just read it. But I'm excited. Okay. I don't think I've actually updated you since I picked up Practice Makes Perfect. So I started reading this yesterday, and I'm already 30% of the way through. I am obsessed with this book. Like, I really am enjoying it. I don't know if I'm enjoying it as much as When in Rome, but I actually am really just enjoying the chemistry with Will and Annie, and it's just making me so excited to continue. I'm still reading for my challenge, but I'm probably going to stop at like just under 10 minutes because I'm getting tired and I'm a bit bunged up, and it's currently 11:45. And I just know that tomorrow I've got stuff that I want to do, so I just know I'm not going to be able to. But I wanted to give you an update because this is not for the what's it called? Screen time video. This is actually for the other video. The one I'm actually filming for this book. I'm nearly 50% of the way through this book. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Like, fully obsessed with everything about this book. Like, I know some people didn't like it, especially people who loved When in Rome. I loved When in Rome. Like, I remember being like, oh my god, this is so cute, but I wasn't as hooked on it at the beginning as I was when I picked this book up. I am like so obsessed. I love Will. I love Annie. Annie is given. I think the reason I think I'm relating to this book a lot is because I feel like I have things in common with Annie. I've never had an actual relationship along with. I've dated people, things that got close to serious, but never like enough. Like, there was never a official label on it and whatever. I still have my heart broken, but I feel so innocent. So I feel like Annie is giving me vibes. Like, she did things I'm like, that would probably be me. And it's just making me feel so connected to her. I love her. I know a lot of people find her annoying, and I can see why they find her annoying. However, I love her, and I think that's just because I'm kind of in the same situation as her. Like, I'm maybe not the same age range, but I'm definitely in the same kind of situation. She's died as I kind of expected it to. However, I was saying, I feel like I can understand why people find Annie annoying. But because I feel like I'm in that same kind of situation as her, like inexperienced, not able to do dates very well, because I feel like there's certain people I can just easily chat to, but I wouldn't think of them anything other than just friends. And then when I'm actually on dates, I feel like I either like talk too much and I ramble, or I just don't talk, and I feel like I'm similar to her. So I feel like that's probably why I love her so much. But Will, oh my god, he's like I think he's my new favourite book boyfriend. I just love him, and he's definitely falling for Annie. I don't care what he is saying. I am loving this book so much. I think if I wasn't always listening to it on audio, I would definitely have tabbed it more. But like, look at the annotations on one page. Like, oh my god, I am obsessed. I cannot tell you how much I love this book so much, and I'm hoping it just goes up from here because I'm obsessed with it so much. It's making me so happy. Like, it's making me smile, it's making me happy, and it's been a while. Well, not been a while, but I feel like because the last book I read that made me feel like this was the mistake, I'm so happy like I finally read another book that's making me feel just so happy to be reading a book rather than I'm just reading it. So, yeah. Really good. I'm so glad I picked this one up. Okay, I have finally finished Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. Oh my god, I'm like, this by far, I loved it more than I loved When in Rome. Like, I loved When in Rome, but this one was like 10 times better. Or I'll say 10 times better. It was just better. I loved it. I just fell in love with the story. It was so easy to read. I couldn't put it down. I literally devoured it. I started it Thursday, but it only got to 9% on Thursday, and it was in today and yesterday I finished it. And I've been reading it partly for like reading my screen time, and usually when I'm reading like for a long period of time and having to do it for a challenge, I'm like, okay, now I'm getting a bit tired, I want to put the book down and I'll take a break. I didn't want to do that at all this book. Honestly, last night if I could have read more I would have just finished it last night and devoured it because it was just so good. I honestly love it. I think this was a perfect book to pick up. I'm so happy. This book follows Will and Annie. Will gives Annie like lessons and dating lessons, and he is Amelia's bodyguard, and Annie is Noah's sister, and Annie is a virgin and she's very like, I'd say she's new to love. She's never had like love, never had a long term relationship, and Will doesn't do relationships, so you can see where this goes, and it's just so good. I feel like because I connected a little bit more with Annie a lot in this book because I'm not done a long term relationship. I've not had that person to take me off my feet, sweep me off my feet, and like I always want it. I felt like I related to her in this book, so I really loved it. I'm gonna give this book a 4.5 stars. Was that? I think that's what I gave When in Rome as well, but I'm giving this a 4. You know what, actually, 4.75. It's not a 5-star rating. I think the epilogue let it down because I just didn't like it. The rest of the book I did love, but I'm going to give it a 4.75. Didn't give me 5-star feelings, but I did love everything, so 4.75. And with that being said, that is the end of this video because I've read the 4 books that my Instagram followers recommended that I read. So, like I said, I read 4 books. The first one being The Mistake by Elle Kennedy, which I rated 5 stars. Masterpiece. The Deal also got 5 stars. So the fact that both of the first 2 books of the Off-Campus series have got a 5-star is amazing. It makes me so excited for the rest of the series. I absolutely love this book. So good. So yeah. Then I read Nora Goes Off Script by Annabelle Monaghan, and it was a really quick romance book. It's 200 pages, and I'm not gonna lie, I had never heard of it before. Just saw it in the works on their 3 for £6 deal. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick it up. And I got this. I read it, and it was okay. It was not my favourite. It follows Nora. I don't know why it follows. You've already heard my story about this, but I gave this a 2.5 star rating. It was okay, not my favourite. Then I read More Than Words by Mia Sheridan. This one is a very good book. I don't say a very good book. I don't know what I'm saying. It was a good book. I enjoyed it. It was cute. Didn't feel connected to the characters that much. So, like, I don't really remember the characters that much in this book. But I gave this a 3-star. It was cute. It was okay. I just wish we got more of their childhood in this, but obviously the first prologue was literally just that. And then finally, as we all know, I read Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, and I gave this a 4.75 stars. So good. And I'm so happy with those books. I'm so happy I picked them up. But yeah, that is the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon with the next Bookmas video in 2 days.